Sally Pearson, Australian athlete and world champion hurdler, is here.
Sally Pearson, good morning.
Yay! Good morning.
Champion of the world. That's what I called you the other day. That's not awkward at all, is it?
No, but it's lovely. It's fantastic feeling, best ever.
Yeah. No, thank you for coming in.
Hang on a second.
Okay.
Best ever? Better than an Olympic gold medal? Better than that day you won a silver medal and went bananas in front of the whole country when we all fell completely in love with you? You're the only athlete I know that could go and win an Olympic bronze next time. And I'd be going, yes, she's got the whole set. Good for her.
Yeah, I know. It actually is right up there, but Beijing was pretty special, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty special. But these World Championships were mind-blowing.
Well, when you come back from a fractured wrist and a torn Achilles tendon.
And a hamstring tear.
And a hamstring.
Two Achilles tendons
Whoa.
tears.
So how do you, your self-belief's amazing to me. How were you in the lead up to the world titles? Were you ever convinced that maybe this was not doable?
No.
I didn't think so.
That's what I love about you.
I knew I could do something. I just didn't know what it was.
Do you wake up every morning and have a mantra, or do you have like things that you do to give you this confidence that you have? Because I think it is just, it's unusual, but I want some of it.
I can't. No, rub it on
Rub
me.
it on. Sally Pearson's rubbing me, everybody.
I don't know. I've always been competitive. I remember when I was in gymnastics when I was, 5 or 6 years old, and we'd have to do about 100 laps warm up around the football field out the back. And me and this girl who used to train with, we'd race the whole way because we wanted to beat each other. So it came from then. I've always been competitive and I always wanted to win. And it was just a matter of figuring out how to do that.
How do you go, Sal, when you don't win?
I used to be really bad. I remember not winning a race when I was younger, and I stomped off the track and I stomped up the stairs like the big heavy feet, and I plonked myself down on the bench with my arms folded. I was sulking. I was a horrible little girl. And my mum just looked at me and she goes, "Right, that's it. We are out of here," and just pulled my arm and walked out of the stadium because she was not putting up with that attitude. So.
My daughter does the same
Thanks for the story.
thing. When she loses, she's terrible, and I get so embarrassed. And I'm thinking,
well, I got in trouble for it.
Yeah, well, I'm there thinking I'm trying to curb this and trying to make her be a good sport. But maybe I wanted to be a Sally Pearson, and I need to say, feel bad for losing so that you will win next time.
Oh no, it wasn't that. It was more the fact that my mum was embarrassed, so she was pulling me out of there, so she would be seen with me.
So can you very quickly tell us the story of the day that you won the world title? What was that day like?
People do ask me this question quite a bit, and I think I disappoint them a lot because we are very boring people. We don't do a lot. We just sit around and watch Netflix and have a shower.
Sounds like my life.
Like having a shower and going to the cafeteria for lunch, breakfast, lunch or dinner, and then brushing our hair and doing something nice with it is a big part of our day.
Yeah, right.
Like that's quite exciting for us.
Aside from the physical fitness, I could be you.
Well, then, so you don't train or anything on the day?
Not on the day, no. So, literally we're just waiting around we can't do anything. You maybe go for a walk to the coffee shop, and they're major milestones in our day. Like we are so excited to do those things. And I think I really disappoint people when I say this, but we don't do much at all. Like I'm nervous. Like feel sick to my stomach most of the time, most of the day, and I don't eat much, so even the meal times aren't even that enjoyable. So
and you love food, don't
and
you?
I love food. I'm a big foodie, and I can't even eat. I remember meeting one of the team coaches. I texted him before we went out to get on the bus. Said, "Oh, meet you in the cafeteria for a bread roll." He's like, "Sure."
We were talking to you off air about what do you want to do after this spectacular career, and you touched on something that I thought, gosh, this must be, I guess, what our swimmers go through and all the controversy they've had. Talk about how you've trained for this thing your whole life, and now you actually don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's the problem. We dedicate our because a lot of us have started sport from a very, very young age, and that's all we've done through our childhood, our teenage years, our early adulthood, and then we retire at, say, 30, 31, whatever, early 30s, if you're lucky, late 30s, but that's still, another 30 years left of your working life. Like, what do you do for the rest of it?
Yeah.
We have, some of us haven't had time to, or haven't got the skills, I guess, to go out there and study and find another life for us after sport. So
Yeah.
that's the
Because you don't
scary
have time
thing.
for hobbies, do you? Like, eating is your hobby because
Yeah.
it's hard to
Can't
have
eat
other
much.
hobbies.
Yeah, exactly. It's difficult. Yeah,
I
I'm
think
quite-
you will be bought as a coach by a nation that loves their technical athletic sport. I think I do. This to coach
What about
yourself
our
to this
nation?
world
Can
title.
our nation buy her, please?
Well, no, we can't afford you.
Oh, now you're her agent.
No, you'll be coaching Bulgaria, and good luck to you. On about $2.5 million a year.
That would be nice. Yeah,
Yeah, it would be very nice. If I can swing that for you, can I get a cut?
Yeah, of course.
All
Yeah,
right,
of course.
Daddy.
You can come to Bulgaria
I'm
with
going to
me.
bring all my Bulgarian athletic official mates.
Now, the reason why you're here in the studio with us is because I caught up with you at the launch of the Hypercoaster
Yes.
We all did.
at Movie World, and you're an ambassador for the Worlds. Is that true? Or
for the for the world.
theme
I'm like,
parks,
what?
yeah.
yeah, you are ambassador of the world.
Yeah, I'm like, I'd like to be. No, the theme, but yeah, Village Roadshow. I'm an ambassador for them the last few weeks. So,
I bet you that wasn't hard to say yes to.
oh man, it's fully a dream. I think everyone would love to be able to just go into the theme parks whenever they like and go on the rides, and then obviously see the animals as well. It's just huge.
Yeah, you got to see the baby polar bear as well.
Yes. Oh my goodness, how
She's so
beautiful is she?
cute.
Well, you got closer to her than I did.
Did I?
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Oh, I got one up on Sally Pearson. eh? But tell us about going on the Hypercoaster because you've gone on it more than
Oh, my
anybody I
goodness.
know.
And I've been backwards, front, back, middle, everywhere. It's insane. I went on there a couple of days ago. I took the Australian 4x1 relay team girls there, and they absolutely enjoyed it. They paid the extra $10 to go reverse as well. So it's yeah.
Is that as terrifying as it sounds?
Yes, it is,
Doesn't
because it's
really
just a completely different perspective. Like, and going over the, like, you went on it, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So the the end part, how it has those little humps at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
Going backwards.
going backwards. It feels like you're going to fall out of your seat.
I can't wait.
Go today, why don't you?
I know. I hear the lines have been pretty insane over the school holidays, so I might wait until school holidays are
Well, if
finished.
everything falls over for you once you've finished all this, you could just become a ride rider at Movie World
Yeah, I'll
or,
do
or
that.
SeaWorld or whatever.
I'm
and
happy
you
to
just
do that.
Sally Pearson, ride rider.
I reckon people would pay decent money to sit in the seat next to you and go for the ride.
I'll take that. I'm fine. Yeah.
I love that we're organising your career after this,
I'm
but there's
happy to
still
do
a
that.
fair bit to go, like the Commonwealth Games.
Yes, definitely next year, and then the World Championships, which I've already got a green card into because I'm the world champion from this year, so they get to go into the next one free of charge. Really, that's in October in 2019, so it's a long way where I'll be able to build up my training and my strength again because of the years that I missed from being injured, and then hopefully 2020 Olympics.
That is so good. And coaching yourself the whole way? Are you going to stick with
At
you?
this stage, I mean, it's still a few years from Tokyo, but at this stage, I'm happy to do that.
If
yeah.
you don't want to coach yourself, do you sack yourself? Do you have
That'd
a
be
good
a really
talk to
yeah,
yourself?
That would be an awkward conversation to have. I think I'd be in a mental institution.
Now, Sally, it's been good and you got me a world championship. But
Now, just quickly before we let you go, do you have a motivational song, a song that you like to listen to get yourself pumped up?
Oh, it's probably not appropriate for radio.
Aw. What is it?
It's have you heard of the band Meshuggah?
No.
Yeah, no, they probably don't want to either. It's got a few naughty words in it. so-
Okay. So we won't be playing your warm-up song
No.
next.
I do like Michael Jackson as well.
Oh, so do we.
Yes. Thank you very much
Thank
for joining
you,
us in the
thank
studio
you.
this
Yeah,
morning.
we just adore you. Flan is your greatest fan.
No. Yes.
Sally Pearson, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Flan and Emily Jade with Christo podcast.
1029 Hot Tomato.